What's up, guys? This is Anthony from Hawkeye Rides. I'm here today at Regal Chevrolet in Lakeland, Florida, bringing you the 2021 Chevrolet Silverado Crew RST four-wheel drive in your jet black. We got a 6-inch custom lift, upgraded wheels, the Z71 off-roading package. New for 2021 will have some updates to tech. Performance to back this bad boy is a naturally aspirated V8. 5.3 liter with 355 horsepower, 383 pound-feet of torque, paired to an 8-speed automatic transmission. The brilliant thing about this engine is that it has an enhanced system that will go through 17 different patterns to get you optimal gas consumption from a 2-cylinder to an 8-cylinder, depending on how you press the throttle. Is this the one-of-a-kind off-roader, Punisher, performance-style Silverado you're looking for? We're gonna go over all the specs and details, starting now. The Chevy Silverado styling is enhanced with the RST in your Z71 package, along with the 6-inch Pro Comp lift kit. The Punisher elements give the aggressive proportions, your traditional massive grille with the Chevrolet badging in between, integrating into your triple beam LED headlights that flow into your side fenders and underneath the hood. And the proportion layouts of the hood keeps that aggressive style because, again, underneath this, naturally aspirated V8. The fenders flare out really well at 81.24 inches. Because of that 6-inch lift, the ground clearance is going to be around 14 inches. Skid plates are added with the Z71 package. Your height is also going to increase to around 84.45 inches. I like that the tow hooks are so much easier to access, especially for someone tall like me, because that 6 inches makes everything more accessible. The fog lamp assembly, everything blacked out. Going into your box-shaped fenders, housing massive 35 by 12.5, 22-inch wheels, and I like the clean setup for the Pro Comp lift kit that we have. You can see everything integrated underneath, everything blacked out. You'll have your power retractable running boards, a length at 241.21 inches. Wheelbase at 156.95 inches. The best part about that is when you open up the doors, you literally have so much room to get into the front and into the rear. We're set with your Silverado light bar and your Silverado roll bar to give all that aggressive style, even to the side proportions. Everything blacked out just keeps that stealth look to it and just gives a really good flair with your LED brake lights, signature American flag over your Chevrolet badging, the Punisher stamp over the RST. I like the setup. Very clean and crisp. Dual chrome exhaust outlets with your upgraded Flowmasters, towing up to 9,700 pounds with a payload up to 2,170 pounds with max trailer package. We don't have the multi-flex trailer. However, we do have a power tailgate, which you can do with your key fob. Going inside to your cargo at 71.4 inches, the height of 22.4 inches, giving your cargo at 171.3 cubic feet. Let's go inside this naturally aspirated V8 and hear that exhaust. The Chevy Silverado packs the performance and the aggressive styling all over the vehicle, and I like the fact that it keeps the true traditional half-ton pickup truck look. Is this the truck that you're looking for with the 6-inch, one-of-a-kind, decked-out lift? Is this something that you can see driving on every day or even taking it on a workload? Let me know what you think in the comments of the 2021 Chevrolet Silverado RS with your Z71 package as we go into the interior, go over the tech, and take this for our test run. Entering inside this Chevy Silverado, you're going to get 43.3 inches of headroom, 44.53 inches of legroom. This is a black leather appointed heated front seats. 10-way power adjustments include lumbar support for the driver, manual adjustments for the passenger, dual glove box storage, a flat dash that's going to put more storage in the center. You can put your Sony camera if you're a YouTuber or your daily workload, and it's a pretty deep space. Integrated underneath the brushed aluminum look is an 8-inch diagonal HD color touchscreen. Now it's offering wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, which I've got it set for the Apple CarPlay. We do not have navigation. Has HD radio, Sirius XM, Wi-Fi hotspot, dual climate control settings. I like the button structures. I don't like how they put a lot of empty spaces because you're not getting all of the bells and whistles. You do have a USB-C, a 12 volt, and a home plug. More storage trays right here in the center, so it's just, again, immense. You could fit probably a 32 ounce cup. This is a 16.9 ounce water bottle. Inside you could probably fit 2 or 3 SEs, so it's good with that. Also a little area here that you could fit a small cell phone or a notebook. Opening up in here to a lot more storage with another USB and a USB-C port with an SD card reader. For the elbows, it's pretty soft on both sides. Leather-wrapped, heated steering wheel, multi-function, and you got button structures behind the steering wheel. That's going to be for your infotainment screen, for your radio to change the track or turn it up and down. Looking in your gauge cluster with a 4.2-inch diagonal color driver information center. It's going to have an array of information that will change different settings and give you different stats for your vehicle. For the door panels, I do like the setup. It's a little bit more hard on the top, but this is a work and daily use truck, so I get it. I like the stitch work, and you got the wood with the one touch up and down for the driver. Storage, again, is immense. I mean, you could probably fit 4 or 5 16.9 ounce water bottles. So if you're going to use this as a daily use for family or even for work, storage is immense. It is everywhere, and it's just so much more higher up when you're looking through the windscreen, so it gives that aggressive style inside the cabin. Let's check out the back seats. For the back seats, I'm at 40.13 inches of headroom, 43.4 inches of legroom. I like the fact that I have so much space. It's literally like an SUV back here, and you can feel the air all over the vehicle. You do have 2 air vents, a USB, a USB-C, and a 12 volt. Cup holders in the center, cup holders here, both with the same structure. You can fit probably a 20 to near 32 ounce water bottle. This is a 16.9 ounce water bottle. Storage behind both of the front seats. For the elbows, soft on both sides. Door panel, I like that it still keeps that structure for the durability. You get the chrome look with the wood look. Storage, you could probably fit at least 2 to 3 16.9 ounce water bottles. The seats fold at a 60-40 split. Storage behind both of the seats as well to give more optimal space. Let's see how I look in the center. Sitting into the center, the same segment. Headroom is great. Legroom, absolutely no problems with the seats in the position that I'd be sitting. Because the vehicle is wider, not really going to be rubbing shoulders or leg space. Even though the floor is not completely flat, you sit lower down instead of upright, and it does have a nice sit to it. Kind of has a little bit of a lumbar support as well. And the best part about the Chevy Silverado is this is a vehicle that if you took it on a vacation with your family or even at work, you're just going to relax for a long journey. You can just drive this for hours without ever stopping because of how much space you have. Taking the Chevy Silverado out for our test run, a 6-inch lift, you got your all-terrain tires, 355 horsepower to back this naturally aspirated V8. So I am pretty excited to see how well it does on a daily commute, because that's pretty much what we're going to be using it for today's review. This is something that you can do a little bit of off-roading. You do have the skid plate, you do have the Z71 package update, so for off-roading capabilities you do have that. With the 22-inch wheels, it will make it a little bit less desirable for some of the terrain. The exhaust note on the vehicle has a very throaty, natural V8 sound, so this is definitely something that I like. The Flowmasters just really entice that to give it just so much more potency to the vehicle. As for sitting in it, you sit super high up so you can see every single thing. If you're looking for traffic, you can see it. As for the width, you do feel pretty wide, but they do a great job in the interior giving you all of that space and capacity. But you do feel it also as you are driving the car, and even for the lengthwise, you do feel that it is a little bit longer. As you get up to a higher speed, you will start hearing some noise through the wheel wells, but for the most part, pretty airtight. I don't hear anything through the windscreen. Comfort, it seems to be a lot more stable at a higher speed. You don't feel any impurities at all, even in the tires. And giving it some gas from a stop, 383 pound-feet of torque, unleashed. Something that you could just relax and enjoy. See it through everything is very easy. You do not have blind spot monitoring in the vehicle, so you will have to obviously move around, but realistically it's a box and you're up so high up, you can see every single thing in the cabin. And I like the hood proportions because it gives that aggressive feel in the cabin, and I know exactly where the front bumper is. Looking through the rear view, I can see pretty much everything fine as well. I mean, it doesn't seem as long when I'm looking there. However, when I turn, I feel like the car is a little bit longer than it is. Now, there is 3 things that I like and 3 things that I dislike, because anything more than that, I'd be buying the vehicle. So, number 1 thing that I like is that we have all this custom setup in the car, because it really does give a good essence and it makes it super comfortable. You already have the Z71 package, so it just really enhances all of that. The second thing that I like about it is the fact that the visibility, even though I'm higher up with that 6-inch lift, I can see every single thing. And the last thing is it's a naturally aspirated V8, and I like that throaty exhaust note. 3 things that I dislike about the vehicle is they do stress a little bit more on harder materials. I understand why, because this is a daily use work truck. So you can overlook it. It's just when you're in a $55,000 price point, it is something that you take in consideration. The second thing that I dislike, we do not have navigation. The third thing that I dislike is the fact that there's no power adjustments for the passenger. This is something that I wish every automotive industry would address, because it just gives that more luxury and live feel. Turn radius at a near stop is going to get about 3 lanes, and that's what you're going to expect. Giving it some throttle with 383 pound-feet of torque. It unleashes. The Flowmaster gives you that nice throaty exhaust note. Dynamics, this is not going to be that performance driven, so don't try to be doing too many corners, because it's going to be more of a boaty shape. It's more derived for some off-roading performance with that Z71 package. I do like the fact that every single thing is accessible. You don't really have to stretch out too far to touch your infotainment screen, to turn on and off your climate control, or even your heated seats. The nice thing about these V8s is, like I was saying on the exterior, how it goes from a 2-cylinder to an 8-cylinder depending on how you push the throttle, with 17 different patterns to give you optimal gas consumption. Now, obviously, all the statistics is going to be altered because of the lift and because of the tires in the vehicle. It's just the fact that you have it with the auto start stop, you would still get pretty decent gas consumption for a half-ton pickup truck. As for driving this for an everyday use, I could definitely see it without any issues. We're going to take this back to Regal Chevrolet in Lakeland, Florida, go over the reverse camera, and wrap this review up. Switching to reverse, you do have trajectory. It is just a reverse camera, but it is super clean. You also have your tow lines here to make it easy to line up for your tow. I like to thank Regal Chevrolet here in Lakeland, Florida, for giving us this 2021 Chevrolet Silverado RST with your Z71 and your 6-inch lift kit for our car review. If you're already a subscriber, thank you for being part of the Hawkeye community. If not, click that subscribe button. Check out the details, the merchandise, and everything we do here at Hawkeye Rides.